It's rather a long video. I've been having the run around and round and round with this. As you can see what it's doing, it does various things actually. A bit dizzying. It's a new animation node that's come to Blender called Close Proximity. This is it. It's only coloured green, so you can see it easily. Colour it any colour you like. See? We can virtually see from, you put a margin in, a radius, all adjustable. Repulsion factor is just really how much work it does. Iterations, again, the same. They can be left as standard pretty well. You can sphere packing using points, which gives various sizes of sphere. And the other one is standard sizes. Relaxation makes it jitter about, which is a bit odd. Relaxation must mean something else in German. Node tree's not too bad. Obviously, integer input's pretty standard. It just means a whole number. Float input is any other number, really. It then goes into a vector wiggle node. Plugged into the evolution. There's just a time info node to make it work on the when the timeline's activated. Using points, you can see what's happening, and you'll see in a bit why I had to get plenty of mesh into the plane there. You can see it quite jiggly. This is a tutorial by Bradley Animation. I've really really struggled with this one. The beauty of this sort of system is that you can jiggle about forever. Sometimes nothing will happen. In that case, just fire up the timeline down at the bottom there, and we don't want that many. It'll stop the job dead. Yeah, just fire at the timeline and it'll sort of boot itself. You see now it's not working. And the colour's gone from the close packing for some reason. Don't know why. Not important. Now it's turned the little divot things inside out. That's all that's doing. Be very careful with that. Going a bit fast actually, I ought to have slowed this down. Just spread these about a bit. Basically the same thing, well, it is exactly the same thing, or nearly, as the coloured in bits that I started with. Should have shown you really that repeat time node. You see it's on loop, and you just plug the time info into it, and then lower down the number of frames you want the thing to loop over. So if it's say 250 frames and you're running 0 to 250, you then render 1 to 250, and whatever you've animated will loop seamlessly forever, really. Well, for as long as you render the video for. Now what that should have done is I should have been able to turn it into a sphere, but I can't. Well, I can, but it goes all pear-shaped and stupid. I'll just press N. Put the screencast keys on. There we go. Press N again to get rid of that sidebar. A to select everything. X to delete everything. Now I could just put a sphere in here, but I can't construct what I just did on a sphere. I have to do it on a plane. So consequently, you'll have to turn a plane into a sphere. So we'll add a plane. There we go. Now I'll just press S and scale it up just a little bit and go down here where it says resize. Because I'm turning it into a sphere, I want X and Y to be, well, I mean, a multiple of pi, really. It doesn't really matter, but it's just nice to do it that way. So 2 times pi, enter. And there you go, 6.283, which is pi twice. And go RX90, because as you saw the other day, this doesn't work unless whatever you're doing is standing up, if you know what I mean. We apply the transforms, rotation and scale. You can do it here as well. So it's either Control A or Object and poke about till you find it. And you'll see we've only 4 vertices on this, which means it'll do nothing because there's no information in it. So what we're going to do is add a modifier, subdivision surface, and the limit on render and viewport for the subdivisions is 6, and that's to stop your computer crashing. I can go up to 8 or 9 or 10 even, but I want a bit more than 6, so we'll say 7. Just type it in, press enter, and you see we've got hundreds of little tiny quads. Probably thousands actually, looking at that. But it's still running fast, so there's no problem with that number. Turn it to simple, and it goes square. Collapse it, and then we go in here, add a modifier, simple deform, and you see it's already doing something. Put it on bend. Oh no, it won't. 360 degrees in deform, because we want it to go, well, eventually into a full thing, and that looks a bonny mess. But actually it's quite a nice sort of helix. But we'll put it to bend, and it makes a grand piece of pipe. Copy that, and it makes a mess. We can soon fix that. We'll just change the axis from X to Y, no, Z. There we go, and we get a lovely round ball. The problem with it is the origin is now right on that edge, on the surface if you like. We don't want it, we want it in the middle. And if I try and shift it, origin to geometry, nothing will happen, because I don't think this is a real thing. Well, none of it's real, but I don't think this is a proper sphere. It's just an illustration of one. We can move it, that's not a problem. We can only move it around that origin. So what we have to do is apply all these modifiers. To apply the subsurf. See, if we just try and apply the simple deform, it disappears. Doesn't like that at all. Just where Control Z is your friend. Get some hammer, does Control Z. So we'll apply the subsurf. That's it. Keep applying these until we've got them all applied. And then bingo, we're good. And then go up here, set origin to geometry, and then we can Shift S, selection to cursor, and we're bang on the middle. And that's it today. Sorry it's not a very interesting video. Well, I don't think you think any of them are, so it doesn't really matter. Okie dokie.